From our side, we will do everything that is in your interest, in the interest of all nations in the region, so that peace is reached as soon as possible. You know our position very well.
It was proven that Iran has friends and allies, such as Russia, who stand by Iran during difficult times and support Iran. We thank you for your firm position in support of Iran.
Is Vladimir Putin now staging a calculated show of strength by standing shoulder to shoulder with Iran amid escalating global tensions? With Russia and Iran's growing bonhomie on full display in Moscow, is this a deliberate signal aimed directly at Washington and its allies? Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi's meeting with President Putin marks a crucial moment in this deepening strategic alignment. When Putin says Iranians are fighting heroically, is he sending a bold and unmistakable message to the United States? By offering to mediate and even store Iran's enriched uranium, is Russia stepping in as the new power broker in the crisis? As Putin assures Iran that Moscow will do everything to ensure peace in West Asia, is he reshaping the diplomatic playing field? What does it mean that Putin has now revealed he spoke directly with Iran's Supreme Leader Mojtaba Khamenei? Does this meeting with Araghchi expose the growing influence of Mojtaba behind Iran's shadow power structure? When Putin confirms receiving a message from Iran's Supreme Leader just last week, is a deeper coordination already underway?
Last week I got a message from the Supreme Leader of Iran. I would like you to convey my most sincere words of gratitude and to confirm that Russia, same as Iran, intends to continue our strategic relations. We see how courageously and heroically the Iranian people are fighting for their independence and sovereignty. Of course, we very much hope that, based on this courage and will for independence, the Iranian people will, under the leadership of a new leader, make it through this difficult period of trials and that peace will follow. From our side, we will do everything that is in your interest, in the interest of all nations in the region, so that peace is reached as soon as possible. You know our position very well.
I was asked to confirm during this visit that Russian-Iranian relations is a strategic partnership and will remain that way moving forward. It was proven that Iran has friends and allies, such as Russia, who stand by Iran during difficult times and support Iran. We thank you for firm position in support of Iran.
In Moscow, Iran and Russia are holding high-level discussions on the war, the fragile ceasefire, and Donald Trump's next moves. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has sharply criticized Trump, accusing the United States of causing the collapse of peace talks. Calling out excessive demands and a flawed approach, Araghchi delivered a pointed attack on U.S. diplomacy from Putin's soil.
It is a suitable opportunity for us to hold consultations with our Russian friend regarding the developments that have taken place in relation to the war during this period and the current situation, and to review the latest situation together. Pakistan is playing an important mediating role in the negotiations between Iran and the United States. It was necessary to have a review of the latest situation. In any case, developments have occurred in the negotiations. The Americans' approaches caused the previous round of talks, despite the progress that had been made, not to reach its objectives. The excessive demands they made and the incorrect approaches they adopted. It was necessary for us to have consultations with our friends in Pakistan to examine the latest situation. There's a great deal of alignment in views between us, Iran, and Oman, and we also reach agreements for our consultations to continue at the expert level.
Araghchi's Moscow visit comes after stops in Pakistan and Oman, signaling Iran's multi-front diplomatic push. But with Tehran accusing Pakistan of bias toward the US, is Islamabad losing its position as a credible mediator? And as Trump pulls the plug on talks while insisting Iran must make the first move, is the diplomatic advantage now shifting firmly toward Moscow?
Probably heard that we canceled the trip. We have all the cards. We're not going to spend 15 hours in airplanes all the time going back and forth to be giving a document that was not good enough. And so we'll deal by telephone, and they can call us anytime they want. Again, we have all the cards. They have no military left, practically. They have no leaders left. We don't know who the leaders are. Nobody knows who the leaders. I don't think they know who the leaders are, very importantly. So you saw that. And any other questions? I think Pakistan is terrific. I think the field marshal is fantastic. I think the Prime Minister of Pakistan is great. And, you know, they'd like to see something happen. But we're not going to be traveling 15, 16 hours to have a meeting with people that nobody ever heard of before.
What changed to make you make that decision?
Too much travel. And when they say the meeting's scheduled for Tuesday, I said, Tuesday? That's a long time from now. But when you get right down to it, it's a lot of traveling. No, we don't want to do that.
At what point do you send Witkoff and Kushner and send Vice President Vance in? At what point are you
Well,
going
we
to be
would.
ready?
They're all very competent, all three. Those are three good. But they weren't meeting with the leader of the country. They were meeting with other people. And I said, we're just not going to do it. Too much traveling, takes too long, too expensive. I'm a very cost-conscious person. Deal with whoever runs the show. They don't know. They are fighting with each other. There's tremendous infighting. They're probably fighting for leadership. In many cases, I think they're fighting not to be the leader because we knocked out 2 levels of leaders. But I'll deal with whoever we have to. But there's no reason to wait 2 days, have people traveling for 16, 17 hours. And we're not doing it that way. We'll do it when they want. They can call me. We have all the cards. We've won everything. We have all the cards.
Yesterday you said to Reuters that we're dealing with who is in charge now. What changed from yesterday to today?
Nothing. It's just that they gave us a paper that should have been better. And interestingly, immediately when I canceled it, within 10 minutes we got a new paper that was much better.
What was on that paper, sir?
We talked about they will not have a nuclear weapon. It's very simple. Look, that whole deal is not complicated. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. It's very simple.
Is the ceasefire remaining? Will you continue the ceasefire?
Haven't even thought about it yet.
Did they offer anything in return to 20 years of suspending enriched uranium?
They offered a lot.
What did they offer?
They offered a lot, but not enough. Thank you.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest newsmakers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.